What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Ready to Love, Fort Worth, Texas. This is Season 9, Episode 4, and the episode is titled Getting Intimate. Let's get right into the review. Alright, y'all, so Tommy meets up with the ladies, and they're in the ladies' lounge. He tells them to get intimate with the guys, not like that, but take them around to your favorite spots around the city or whatever and really get to know these guys. All right, dig deep like he always say. Now he has a surprise for the ladies, and come to find out, we are bringing on another gentleman to the cast. So Tommy brings on a new guy by the name of Justin, okay? So we learn a little bit more about this man. He is 34 years old and he's a PE teacher. Now, I must say, when he walked in the door, the ladies seemed to be very interested, okay? He is a lot more attractive than the rest of the guys, I must say. You know what I'm saying? He got a head full of hair. And yeah, we shall see where this goes. Baby, let's get right to the dates. So we have Alexis, Rashina, Lamar, Will, and William, I believe. Everybody was on this date. I hate an uneven number for dates, but I guess. Alexis was the ref, and she let them play basketball. All right, fine. All right, so let's get to the conversations. So we see Rashina have a conversation with Lamar and Will. So Rashina says, my relationships have always been 3+, referring to 3+ years. Here come Lamar. Oh, thinking that she's talking about a threesome. Sir, if you don't get away from us with this, okay? Nobody is interested in any of the sexual stuff that you got going on. All those threesomes and swinger parties and all the stuff that you talking about, these ladies don't seem interested. I'm surprised that you're still here. When I tell y'all I want him going so bad, so bad, because Lamar gives out creeper vibes, okay? But nonetheless, Will had the audacity to ask her, so you got two guys here, who do you want? And baby, she wants neither one of you, okay? And she said it as a joke, but I feel like she was being hella honest. She has no interest in either one of you guys. So we slide on over to Alexis and William, and they have a conversation about how he actually, got married before, and he feels like he did it for the wrong reasons. He's learned over the years that you have to give people grace and all of these things. And I'm just like, you know what? The more that they talk to William, the more this man is open. He's vulnerable. He's giving off that he's being honest. Even though he's a comedian, and again, y'all, he ain't told us not a one joke. Even though he's a comedian and he hasn't exactly explained his finances just yet, he seems to be one of the only guys who is actually here to find love. Or at least that's what it seemed like so far. So next we see Alexis having a conversation with Will and Lamar. And they are talking about, well, what does intimacy look like to you? Now, here we go, starting off with Will. According to him, it starts with God, okay? His relationship with God, and then he can worry about a relationship with a woman. Do I believe that that's the way he really living his life? No. But if that sounds good to him, he's going to say it. Then we go to Lamar. So, this man is up here talking about everything physical, okay? He talking about because it could be physical, or it could even be like a text message through the day. Not a, hey, how you doing? Hey, babe, I'm checking on you. No, not that. Is, babe, what kind of panties you got on? Sir, get away from us with this. Y'all, I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick of him. He gives off cringe. I am over it. Because what else do you have to offer? Nothing. Because it's bad enough that all your jobs sound like side gigs. You have nothing to offer anybody. Why are you here? Y'all, like, seriously, the crazy thing about the whole situation with Lamar, though, and all his sexual talk, is the fact that this man is almost 50. you should be able to hold a better conversation than this. You really should. But I digress. Let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so the next date that we see is Rashina and Justin. They are going out to a dog park because they both have dogs. Alright, so this date started off rough, you guys, because his dog was a little rowdy. I feel like he's probably not the type of person to take his dog to a dog park. So this was probably a new experience for his dog, and his dog didn't know how to act, okay? That dog didn't know to go left, right, up, down, get the ball, run around, didn't know what to do, but he was doing all the things at the same time, okay? So they finally sit down, and they start to have a conversation. You know, he talks about how, you know, he doesn't have children, but Rashina, she does. She actually has 2. And she actually does not want any more kids. Baby girl is done having children. And she's like, okay, well, how would that work? Because you don't have kids. And he actually said something that I have not heard any of the guys on this show say. Now, he does not have children again, and he said that he has made peace with himself that there is a chance that he may not have children of his own. Now, he never said that he's against, you know, coming in as a step parent or anything like that. So I said, okay, cool. Now, I will say that the rest of their date, it was really cute. I just kind of wish that we could have got a little bit deeper into more conversation, but that's okay. I feel like this was a great date. It may have started off a little rocky because of the dogs, but overall, it seems like they may have a connection. Alright, y'all, moving on, we have Laylin. She goes to talk to Tommy, right? So, y'all, let me tell you what I thought was about to go down. I thought that she was about to come tell Tommy that she is being harassed by Lamar, so that way we could get him up off the show, right? But no, that's not what happened. She actually had a family emergency, okay? There's a lot going on, and he basically told her to take the week off. Alright, fine. Moving on. Alright, let's go on to the next date, baby. We see Vanessa pull up to this big old house. I said, oh, who live here? Come to find out, it is Chaz, baby. He is living large and in charge, big boy, okay? And he invites her, Alonzo, Patrice, and Koshia, I believe, to his house. So Alonzo, he actually pulls Koshia to the side, and he does give her an apology because we all know that the last time that they spoke, it was not on good terms, okay? Now, do I feel like he's doing this because the guys can be up for elimination? Absolutely. And also, side note, now that I look at his hairline because his hair is down, yikes. Let's go ahead and move on to the actual topic, though, that they're talking about. But back to the subject at hand. Koshia ends up accepting his apology, and now they on the good foot, okay? Baby, next thing you know, there's a knock at the door. Who is it? It's Justin. Now, production, I gotta call y'all out. Y'all play too much. Why y'all got Justin just randomly coming to this man's house and walking through the door like he's met him before? That's weird, okay? Y'all could have had Justin show up on a different date, not at this man's house. That's so weird. Like, I understand y'all be trying to shake things up on this show, but be so for real. Y'all had Justin show up to Chaz's home unannounced, and he don't know this man from Adam? Please stop playing with us. Baby, let's just move on. Now, according to Patrice, she's the one who invited Justin. And I'm just like, well, girl, you didn't even say nothing? Yeah, I still think it was production if Patrice took the fall. But nonetheless, let's talk about what the group is talking about. So Patrice tells everybody that she's the one who invited Justin. You can already tell that Chaz, he ain't really feeling that. Justin, he talks about how his grandfather was like the mayor or something, wherever he's from in Mississippi. And Chaz was like, that's what you decided to lead with? Like, what else about you? Not about your grandfather, sir. But nonetheless, they end up playing dominoes, and we see Alonzo have a conversation with Patrice. She still seems to be at the top of his radar. But if I want to be completely honest, y'all, this whole date was a waste of time. We got nothing. Vanessa, whole mute there. We didn't hear a peep out of her. We saw Patrice. She was over there giving Chaz a massage. She talked to Alonzo. Yeah, Koshia became cool with Alonzo again. But what the hell else is going on? Like, none of that gave me connections. That whole day gave me old friends hanging out. And I can't lie, I was super confused because I'm like, okay, this was supposed to be like a fun group date, but like, ain't nobody really having no real conversations. Now, that is until everybody left, okay? Everybody has dipped out except for Vanessa. Now, this is when her and Chaz can have a real conversation. So, baby girl, she done snuggled up with a goddamn blanket. I said, oh, you real comfortable over here. And they talk about how they both are feeling each other, how he wants to connect more to her and all of this stuff. It was cute or whatever. It was giving like dreamy vibes, but also, can we have a real conversation? Like, I don't know much about Chaz, and I damn sure don't know much about Vanessa. And I need for these people to start opening up. Because we only have how many weeks on this show? Y'all gonna have to start talking about some things. I mean, they do seem like they are on each other's vibe. Like, they seem like they are really into each other. And they may be, a good fit. But again, I just want to see more from the conversation. Baby, let's move on to Maya. Y'all already know from my previous review, I feel like we don't know who this girl is. And when I tell you, I was hollering when this girl said, oh, I'm shooting content for my brand and I decided to invite Lamar here for a date. I hollered because I'm like, girl, this sounds like an afterthought. Okay, you knew that you had to shoot your content or whatever. It was like, you know what? Let me just invite Lamar down here. Because, girl, what? That is not spending time with somebody. But nonetheless, y'all, she ends up, doing her whole photo shoot. Lamar shows up, and I guess that's when she takes a break or whatever. Maybe they had wrapped. Not really sure. But she's like, this is how my life is. I'm always shooting content for my waist trainer brand. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing here, girl. So she goes on to say that she doesn't really know much about Lamar. So she wants him to talk about himself. I said, no, girl, we don't know about you. We have no idea who Maya is. We know who Lamar is, okay? This man, first thing he talking about is the fact that all the women that he done dated in the past, they all different. The fact that you're starting with that Lamar tells me everything, okay? So she's like, well, it's not always about like the physical things. I like for someone to stimulate me mentally, blah, blah, blah. Girl, he ain't trying to hear that. According to him, he's a sexual person. And y'all already know he's coming in full force with this, okay? Like, Lamar legit has nothing else to offer any of these ladies, okay? And I need for them to get that in their heads. So you can already tell she's not feeling him at this moment, but she's still laughing and giggling. And to him, he thinks that all of what he's doing is okay. And I really need for at least one of these ladies to be like, Lamar, what else do you have to offer? Because all of the sexual stuff I'm not interested in. I know nothing else about you besides all of that. What else do you have going on? Like, it's annoying me how all the ladies are just skinning and grinning in his face when they know they're not feeling him. Like, ooh. Then for him to end this date off with asking her, what's the freakiest thing you did in high school? In high school, sir, that's giving some R. Kelly type stuff. Because freaky in high school shouldn't even go in the same sentence. I'm sorry, let's be for real. That's underage. Absolutely not. Go away from us with this. Alright, but let's go ahead and move on, you guys. We have Maya and Mika meeting up with LaRon and Jonathan. So Mika, she first starts off talking to LaRon about how, she used to call him the party boy or whatever. He's like, no, I do other things than party, but, I'm planning on in the future us having kids and I'm grilling and cooking for everybody. And, it just seems like he just likes to be the life of the party. Okay? Not so much a party boy, but now it's given, I just like to be the life of the party. So, okay, fine. somebody asked the question of, do you believe in having multiple soulmates or something like that? And I think Jonathan said no or whatever. So Maya was like, when's the last time y'all were in a relationship or whatever? LaRon said something about like the previous year, and then Jonathan, he mentioned like a couple of years ago. And Maya was like, oh, with your ex-wife. And Mika was like, ex-wife? What are you talking about? Wait, is that your child's mother? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, okay, well, you never mentioned that you had a wife. I thought you just had a baby mama. And he's like, nope, never said that. And it's like, yeah, you didn't say that, but you also didn't correct her and say, that's not my baby mama, that's my ex-wife. Because I feel like there's a difference. So Mika, she a little confused here. Like, do you got a baby mama and an ex-wife? Like, what's going on here? So she decides to pull him to the side. Now, when they go over there to talk, she first off says, what type of woman are you looking for? And he's like, oh, I'm looking for a woman that's for me and is willing to compromise. I said, compromise? Clearly, that's a reflection of the relationship that you have with your ex. And clearly it was her way or no way. So she goes on to talk about how, she did not know that he was married before. She thought this was just like a girlfriend that he had or whatever. He's like, no, I was married, but I didn't want to bring it up because I'm all about the progression. And I'm just like, sir, that's giving sketch, because you're telling me that you don't want to mention anything about your past relationship when you have a whole kid from that relationship. Stop playing in my face. So I don't really see these two having a connection. Let's move on to LaRon and Maya over there. And he ends up asking her, like, what does she want in a relationship or something like that. This girl talking about being a power couple in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, y'all, I am not in any way, shape, or form disrespecting Texas, Fort Worth especially, but I just want people to be so for real about their life. You're not going to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. You're not a celebrity. So, no, you won't be a power couple. I need for y'all to relax, okay? Now, one thing that I will say is that it seems like Maya and LaRon may be on the same wavelength because they are around the same age, number one. Number two, she said that this was one of her favorite spots, and he's like, oh yeah, you know about this spot? So clearly they like to go out, have a good time. Maybe these two might be a match. Who knows? Alright, y'all, that was the end of the dates, and let's go to the ladies' lounge. Now, we start off with Layleen. She opens up the floor about how she is going to step away from the process. Bye, girl. Now, the ladies, they go over who they like and who they don't like. And that's where things get interesting. Koshia, she brings up the fact that she don't like Will, right? I think she was piggybacking off of Patrice saying that she doesn't really care for Will. But when it comes to Koshia, her reasoning why she don't really care for him is because he was out here gossiping with Alexis. According to Koshia, Alexis, she went back and told Will some things that the ladies discussed. Well, baby, why she bring that up? Because Alexis, she got on defense mode or whatever, and she ends up saying Koshia's name incorrectly. Then she kind of went on about how none of the guys really like Koshia. She got an issue with everybody, and I mean, she went on for a cool little minute or whatever, and Koshia, she about ready to whip this girl ass. I mean, like, she was ready to put hands on Alexis. Now, I feel like this escalated very fast, and I feel like Alexis was wrong, okay? In this instance, Alexis, you were loud, too proud, and absolutely wrong. If that woman had a bad experience with that man, that is her experience with him. That does not mean that he treated you the same way that he treats Koshia. Girl, I get it. You're trying to be nice to him because I guess you may be interested and be like, oh, don't let, somebody else spin the narrative, make sure you have a positive image. I get all that. But the way she came at Koshia is like she was so mad that Koshia is the one who threw her name under the bus. But the question is, Alexis, so were you pillow talking or not? Alright, so we already know two guys gotta go on these eliminates. We have Alexis meeting up with Will, and Koshia is meeting up with Lamar. Now, when it comes to Alexis and Will, they have a conversation about how, a few of the ladies feel like Will still has this lustful energy, and also that there was a conversation between him and another lady, and he mentioned how he was super tired and he was about to go lay down on the floor. So they took that as, oh, he broke. Now, I don't think that's what that meant. For what I've seen in Will's personality, he seems to be like a jokester. So I think he was making a joke like, man, I'm so tired. I ain't even going to make it to the bed. I'm just going to lay on the floor. I feel like that's the vibe. I don't think it was literal. Now, when it comes to Lamar, though, you have Koshia trying to tell him, like, listen, some of your conversations, that's not what the ladies want to hear. And his response is, well, we grown. Sir, go home already. Now, speaking of Lamar, he is the one who gets sent home. But on the other hand, one thing that I noticed is that Alexis, she did tell Will that she fought for him. What is up with these people constantly telling each other that they fought for each other? Like, that's a little weird to me, but I guess. Y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I am very happy that Lamar is gone. But yeah, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.